Morning, everyone. Thank you, Aurelian. My name is Jessica Popp. I've been on the team for about 8 years, but this is my first experience at LAD in addition to LUG. It seems I picked the wrong year, as last year would have been better in the Champagne region, but I'm still very happy to be here in Paris. I'm here to talk about a new program that Intel is offering for investment. As I mentioned, I've been with the community for about 8 years, early in the 1.6 days at CFS, where we had fewer customers. We weathered the ups and downs of growing a product and growing a development community. And so many of us have been here for that long and seen the progress that we've made. To continue this journey together, we really need to continue to increase the community of developers that contribute to Lustre. And we know from experience that this is not a task easily accomplished with Lustre. But if we can find more ways, varied ways, to reach and expand the developer community, it's going to be a key element in securing the long-term future of Lustre. So here we have an example of unique commit authors, and the last data at the end is 2.8 was pulled at the beginning of the month. You'll see we've had growth over time. That's great, right? We're not in a decline. But this organic growth is not going to be fast enough for us to reach and grow the way we need to. We need to look for other avenues. To expedite growth for this type of thing requires investment. It requires investment from the community, it requires investment from partners. Intel is committed to this. We've grown our development team significantly over the years. And we're also interested in investing in developer programs. So it's one of these developer programs that I'm here to announce today, the Intel Parallel Computing Center for Lustre. This is a new investment model that Intel is sponsoring to fund universities, labs, and institutions that want to perform Lustre development, that want to advance the feature set for Lustre. We think this is really important to fund via grant proposals that are going to get new talent involved, or talent that's already interested, get them the investment in developing features that the community cares about. And these will be features that community cares about because those that receive grant proposals are the ones that are identifying the work that's most important to them and their Lustre community. We want this to be a community type sponsorship. So it is a funding requirement of any proposals that the resulting work lands to the community tree. This is not an opportunity to develop private for your product, but to contribute to that growing community base. And the successful outcome for this, we hope over time, is that more engineers are advancing Lustre features that the community cares about, and we're getting a broader base of talent across more institutions, and that this will happen over time and will continue to grow. I'm really excited to announce today that we do have our first approved grant proposal going to Dr. Andre Brinkman of Gutenberg University for Lustre QoS network request scheduling and monitoring revisited. Dr. Brinkman is here with us today. Congratulations, Dr. Brinkman. So the IPPCL website isn't up yet. I'd be happy to talk to anybody that's interested in learning more about the program and how we're going to be investing in programs. And I'm sure Dr. Brinkman may be happy to answer any questions about his proposal and the process he's been going through to receive approval for funding for his students. So that was my primary topic I wanted to cover. I was also asked to cover a couple of other questions while I was here. One around the maintenance release plans for Intel and the other around feature prioritization. So the current maintenance release plans can be looked at from two perspectives, one from the community releases and the other from the enterprise edition releases. So for the community releases, and Chris Marone will speak to this in more detail, OpenSFS has stepped forward to maintain the tree. Intel continues to support that desire to own the tree, and we want to work with them to figure out how we can establish this viable way of spreading costs across the community with ongoing sustaining efforts. And we intend and have been major contributors in the ongoing community releases, and that will not change. We realize we're a key partner like many others in this field, and we need to contribute to the ongoing success of Lustre. We also do have enterprise edition releases for our customers. We greatly respect the GPL and upstream all of our changes to the OpenSFS community tree. In part, we're responding to feedback that making our releases available undermines our position as a support provider. So we need stable, quality maintenance releases to support our own ongoing efforts as well. There's also a question about feature prioritization and how that happens for releases. So there, again, we're looking at a community release and enterprise edition release models. For the community release, those features are prioritized for the community by the OpenSFS LWG. We're very interested to have a coordinated EOFS and OpenSFS prioritization list. And this community interest is what should drive the priority of the features that are developed. For the Enterprise Edition releases, we do a pretty standard process of having our product management and product planning with input from customers and partners determine the order in which we develop new features. And then as many folks know, we also offer NRE-funded work. So if someone's interested in moving an item up in the priority through investment because it's very important to their organization, we participate in that as well. So that covers the questions as well. And I wanted to thank this organization, and I'd very much be interested to talk to anybody that's interested in the IPPCL so we can continue to grow the community base for Lustre and start to see something beyond organic growth and see some dramatic growth. Thank you. That was a tangential question. So Steve is baiting me a little bit. We've had a recent change in our business model at Intel. The group is continuing to grow, and we're dividing and separately focusing on business and software execution. Brent Gorda had a passion and interest in focusing on the business side, partner relationships, expanding and growing programs. And I am stepping up to take his position leading the HPDD software execution team.